this. Hey, this might be something. This might be something. Okay, right. So this might be something, y'all. Um, I'm gonna try to go to the gram real quick and share this. I'm not really proficient with this right now, but what up, everybody? How you doing? We here on the gram. Um, but I don't even see that I'm live on the gram, so I gotta figure that out. Hold on real quick. We on YouTube. I got Cuzzo. Yo, man, I'm trying to share this video, but it always like do something crazy on here. Oh my God. I'm sorry, y'all. Internet is so distracting. It's so distracting. Fuego love. All right, let's do it. Let's get some people in on this. Um, let's get some people in on this. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's be about it. Let's see about it. Ooh, I'm inviting some people on here. Damn, I didn't get everybody I wanted to though. It'd be so whack, man. When you on Instagram, it's like it never lets you like Instagram never lets you um Instagram never lets you do anything in terms of like sharing a video and all that. So by the way, can you hear me on Instagram? I'm trying to make sure of that. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, say something. Because I can't really share this video the way I want. At least not right now anyway. I'm trying to figure it out. Hold on. I might got something. I might figure something out. Nah. Oh wait. Yeah. I just figured it out. Ooh, child. It's going down. It's going down, Charlie Brown. All around. Yeah. About to get crazy with this tonight. Gotta get crazy with this tonight. We gotta get crazy with this tonight. There's some people I know who was, debating politics and all that with me. I want to know what they talking about. Let's do it. And then I'm gonna get into my whole spiel. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all can hear me. I love it. I love it. I love it. What up, family? I love you guys. Ain't seen you all in a minute. And then I'm gonna do some Facebook inviting. So hold on, let me get to this Facebook. See who we got on the book. I wish there was a way I could do this. Like before we go live, but I can't. I haven't figured it out yet. So hold on, we're working it out. Working it out. Let me see what Facebook is telling me right quick fast. See, it shows we live on the book though. Oh, hold on. That's kind of great. Can't be blasting that. As long as y'all can hear me, we lit. I don't even know how I got it to work for real. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I don't even know how I got it to work for real. But I got it to work though. I guess that's all that matters, right? All right, so boom, right? Today, this is the start of a podcast I've been trying to start for a little minute. And it's going to be called basically The Modern Nuance. I haven't really gotten into what I really want to talk about yet, but we're gonna start off with some political stuff. I'm gonna do a whole bunch of things, a whole bunch of things, and I think it's gonna be dope at some point, for real. And I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys enjoy it. If nothing else, I just hope you guys get some info from out of it, because worst case scenario, that's what it'll be. I'll be giving you guys a lot of info that you didn't know about, trying to chop it up, clip it up, and I get some time, and then we just go from there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm doing this knowing that I'm not gonna get a lot of I'm doing this knowing I'm not gonna get a lot of views, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, I want to make sure that I want my voice to be heard. I want to feel like I'm saying something. I want to vent. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that venting is going to be good at some point, because at the end of the day, what I want to have happen is I want everybody to feel comfortable spreading their voice and telling one another how we feel about whatever it is we feel when it comes to the stuff that's going on in the world. Because at the end of the day, like, there's so much stuff that's going on right now that you guys don't even know about, that I be up on, following, on getting stories and updates. And it'd be crazy because those things that we don't even know about are like impacting the world and impacting how we travel and our taxes, and nobody know about it, yo. And nobody know about it. Oh man, it'd be killing me. It'd be killing me. And I know I'm not gonna get a lot of people watching this stuff. I know I'm not gonna get a lot of maybe it might go viral or something at some point, but I don't see it. At the end of the day, what up, Steph? Steph got a birthday coming up soon. I just seen your invite. Thank you for inviting me. Anyway, so some of the stuff that I want to talk about, yo, is like, when it comes to like the political realm, it's not like we talk about politics a lot when it comes to like um we talk about politics a lot when it comes to like the presidency and stuff, but it's so much deeper than that. It's so much more consistent. There's so many things that's happening in the world right now. Like I said, you guys don't even know about. Like, do you know what? Like, we've heard about the Congo thing, right? And that's only been recently. I've known about that shit for years. What do you know that's going on in Haiti right now? You know what I'm saying? That's affecting us. What do you know that's going on in Ethiopia right now, and their civil war that they just had, and how they got a dam that they're trying to block Egypt from, and that might be a hot war. And Egypt at the same time is going back and forth with Israel about the refugees, or the people in Gaza. You know what I'm saying? How many people know about the war that's going on with Hezbollah and the Houthis when it comes to Israel? You dig what I'm saying? Like, there's so much stuff that's going on, like, and it affects us so deeply. and we don't ever really have these conversations about it. So a lot of what I'm trying to do over these next couple of months, after the election, and this is why I'm doing it on a Tuesday, because I want to talk about the election. And in this topic tonight that I'm talking about, I'm going to try to make it as quick as possible, is that I'm talking about why we should be ditching the Democrats, right? And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because of black people. We have such a hold on the Democratic Party because of what they did for us in the '60s with the Civil Rights Act, and black people are loyal to a fault. We got to get the fuck out of that. Now, I'm not here. And every time I bring this up, this is why I hate. Um, they have a terminology for this, but this is why I hate when you don't like something, they assume you like something else. Whenever I tell people, like, I think Kamala Harris is trash, super trash. I didn't like Joe Biden before he was running for president. I didn't like him when he was the vice president. I said he's trash. I said Obama was trash. But now that I'm talking about, like, oh, I don't like Kamala, you know what people say to me? Oh, you must like Trump. No, nigga, I don't. And I've met Trump twice, believe it or not. But I'm not a fan of him. He carried. He did a he was on a he was riding Obama's coattail with the economy, and he promised a lot of things to the constituents that he never came through with. He wasn't a good president, although a broken clock is right twice a day. He did do some good things in office. So did Obama. So did George W. Bush. Everybody got something that they did that's like, oh, you know what? That wasn't really that bad. But they all are following the same agenda. And I feel like if we're not having this conversation to discuss how we're maybe not a monolith, and we black people always try to be different, but it's like we could not be a monolith, but we could all agree that if we don't have somebody that shares these three ideas, not fucking with them, right? And that could be for sure a thing. So anyway, if you're watching this video right now, if you're watching it for the first time, if you're watching it live, if you're watching a replay of it, I will say this: share this video, put it in your friends' inbox, and start a debate. Let's get some good shit going. Let's argue tonight. I'm with it. Let me see what's going on YouTube right quick. I got some people on YouTube. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. All right. So share this video if you haven't shared it. I'm gonna get into this real quick. And here's how I'm looking at it right now. So again, I wanted to make the title "We Need the Dead Democrats," but you already know how the algorithm be when you write dead, or you got to say like unalive or whatever. I don't want them to think I'm saying something crazy. But yeah, we have to leave the Democratic Party, right? So in this, like I told you, I'm not endorsing anything, right? As a matter of fact, I feel like for the most part, some of the things that I've been watching lately, I might fuck with the Green Party. The vice president, a black American Muslim, he be spitting fire. And Jill Stein, like I was like on her in 2016. I think she ran in 2016. I was kind of like mad on her. But she's the only presidential candidate that has a black agenda. I think Cornel West has one, but I don't remember. I feel like he kind of fell off to me in like the summertime, and he was saying some dumb shit. But Jill Stein legit has a black agenda. Like, all right, yeah, you know what they say, what Obama used to say, rising tides lift all ships. Bullshit. Because every time we supposed to get something, and somebody else want to tag along, like we want that shit too. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's nonsense. And like I said, we need to pick as a people 3 issues to say if these people aren't running on these issues, you cannot get our vote, and we do not vote for them. And we'll vote for somebody who does agree to have those issues, or we don't vote. Sometimes a non-vote is a protest. I'll be honest with you. I've never voted for an American president. I never voted for any president outside of a class president. You know what I mean? And the reason why I haven't voted for a president is because I think they're all part of the same game. They're all walking this slowly down to the same place, and that same place is man. What they said in this show, they're choking us so slowly that we don't even realize it no more. And at some point in this series, I'm gonna give you guys a couple of TV shows to watch that are like hidden messages on real revolution, not the revolution that we be thinking about. I'm talking about the real revolution, like how you really got to get free, and that's something. So anyway, speaking of democracy, I learned one time that the Democrat or democracy means the few that rules the many. Like that's the etymology. That's the etymology of the word. So anybody who want to look that up, look that up. That the etymology of Democrat means the few that rule the many. Okay, and if that's the case, that's exactly what democratic process is. Democratic process is about having a group of people that rule over the others, which is why America, when it was founded, to all the flaws that the founding fathers had, they never said anything about a democracy. We were supposed to be a representative democracy, but really we're supposed to be a republic. And the republic means what? For the people, by the people. That's what a democracy is. And that's what we're supposed to be. And unfortunately, we're not. We're not a democracy. We're not a republic, excuse me. And we're supposed to be. And now what happens is when you have a democracy and things are so democratic, what happens is everything becomes so centralized that it's easy to control and push the people out. And I'm going to give you some examples about that in a second. And once everything becomes so centralized and you start pushing the average person out, then guess what happens after that? You have a centralized power that don't really have account to anything. And that's what we're seeing now in this country. And a lot of people may debate that or whatever, but there are facts to this. So I'm going to start with this. When we're talking about democracy, right? Because democracy is, oh my God, we taking over this country to be a democracy. Oh my God, it's not the oil. We want to make them a democracy. Meanwhile, we back every fucking foreign dictator or king or whatever if they have America's interest in heart. And that's something that is just foul. But it's what's happening. And so that whole democracy shit is a scam. And it's a scam on such a scale that they're choking you and you don't even know that you can't breathe anymore. You're just used to not having that amount of oxygen. That's what's happening right now, and nobody's aware of it. Nobody's aware of it. And I'm going to give a perfect example of that. How was Kamala Harris, how did she come to power? How did she come to power? Oh, she was selected. She wasn't voted in. She was selected to be on the ticket for the presidential campaign in 2020. Guess the fuck what? Guess what? She ran for president in 2020 and nobody liked her. Not even the black people. And now all of a sudden people come out the woodworks like, nah, she the one. You wasn't rooting for her in 2020. Matter of fact, a lot of people y'all was rooting for Bernie. Y'all was rooting for Biden. Nobody fuck with Harris. Now that she's here, that's it. Oh, okay. So wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. This is democracy, right? We like to spread democracy throughout the world, right? Hold on. Wait. So if this was such a democratic process, who voted for her to get in office? Now, if you must know, to be fair, we have what's called a delegation process when it comes to how you get somebody on the ballot to run for their party's presidency, right? Or to be the person that's going to be on the ticket for their party. However, if you hadn't noticed this, you don't really actually vote to see who's going to be president in your party. No. Do you know what you do? You vote for the delegate that says, I'm going to I'm going to nominate this person to be the person we want to run for president. That's what happens with a democracy. Or at least that's what's supposed to happen. That's kind of what a representative democracy is. America's supposed to be a republic, not a democracy, so I'm just putting that out there. Basically, what that means is there are people who say, oh, no, I got people who voted me to be a delegate said that they want me to vote for this person. That's why when you see people running in the primary, they say, okay, we have this amount of delegates, so that means we won the state. Guess what, though? Those delegates don't have to vote for who you want them to vote for. Did you know that? Did you know that? So all these people who hate how the democracy process is going and whatnot, and they talk a lot of shit about, hey, listen, man, we got to fix this electoral college. They ain't saying nothing about the delegates. Oh, but I'm bugging, right? All right, so bet. Let's talk about that a little bit deeper. Let's go a little bit deeper. Let's go a little bit deeper. Just a little bit. We're going to go a little bit deeper. So hold on right quick. So I'm going to read this to you. And I want you to tell me what you think about this. I'm going to read this to you. I'm actually going to share it in a second. Hold on. Let me share it real quick. Um, Sorry about that, y'all. Let me share this real quick. So I'm going to share this with you guys real quick, right? And basically what this is saying here, right, is when Biden announced his decision to drop out of the 2024 race, many delegates who were elected in primaries specifically because they had pledged their vote to him. So the delegates were elected because they said, I'm going to vote for Biden. Whether you like that or not, that's what it was, right? However, they pledged their vote, or excuse me, then they pledged their vote to vote for Harris. With Biden out of the race, they are free to vote their conscience, and no other candidate has emerged to challenge Harris. Lies! There were other candidates. There were other Democratic presidential candidates that they kept off the ballot intentionally. Look that up. They kept them off the ballot on purpose. For the first time since 1968, the Democratic nominee will win the nomination without winning a single primary vote. This may not be as much as a Democratic backslide as the previous so-called mixed period, but it will be a culmination of the elite-oriented trends that have shaped the nominating process since 1984, in which party elites have played an increasingly large role in shaping the presidential nomination. This is not to add to the frequently heard concerns that the Democratic Party is in decline. It does mean that the Democratic Party's nomination process this year has been less democratic than it was in 2020 when it held a vigorous primary contest. Even in the midst of the pandemic, or even the Republican Party's process this year, where Donald Trump was challenged by four opponents, including Nikki Haley, failed spirited primary campaign. So basically, what they're saying is, even the Republicans this year said, we're going to have some people on the ballot to run for president, although technically Trump is not the incumbent. Typically, the incumbent wins it unanimously, and nobody really runs against him. That didn't happen this year. He had people running against him, albeit small-time people that the average person may not know about. But what happened is they still ran. Even Bobby Kennedy Jr. tried to run on the Democratic campaign, and they blocked him from the ballot, literally. But wait, let's get deeper with this. Hold on now. Let's get a little bit deeper with this, right? And what happens is, we about to get crazy. Hold on. We about to get super crazy. I'm going to read the title of this thing, if I can get it to scroll the hell up. So I'm going to read the title of this one. I'm going to stop my whole screen from sharing. Boom. Let's share this. Oh, wait. Court concedes DNC had the right to rig primaries against Sanders. Why is that important? Because Bernie Sanders, he sued the Democratic National Party. And they said that the Democratic National Party did not have to play fair. Let's see what the article says real quick. Hold on. Let's get to it. Oh, what the hell's wrong with my mouse? What just happened? Shit, with the linden tree. What the hell is this? Okay, there we go. So it says here, on August 25th, 2017, Federal Judge William Zolak dismissed the lawsuit that Bernie Sanders presented after months of litigation, during which DNC attorneys argued that the DNC would be well within their rights to select their own candidate. And in evaluating plaintiffs' claims, at this stage, the court assumes their allegations are true, that the DNC and Wasserman Schultz had a palpable bias in favor of Clinton and sought to propel her ahead of her Democratic opponent. The court order dismissing the lawsuit stated. So in the lawsuit, they literally said, no, they absolutely rigged the election rigged the primary election for Hillary Clinton. Absolutely. But it also said that they were well in their rights to do so. Let's get to why. Oh, hold on. We about to get somewhere with this one. Let's get somewhere. Let's get somewhere with this one. Hold on. Let's get somewhere with this one. I'm gonna tell you why real quick. Hold on. DNC lawyers have argued and continue to argue that that the Democratic Party doesn't owe anyone a fair process. It has every right to disregard its own rules or interpret the rules how it wants because it is a private organization. Did you know that? Did you know that the DNC is a private organization? And they argued in the court and won. And therefore, the plaintiff has no standing. It and that it is the conundrum of millions of American voters that they find themselves in today. I read that all wrong. I apologize. This is the very reason why organizations like the Independent Voter Project have supported a nonpartisan primary election reform. Like the top two nonpartisan primary they authored in California. At a fundamental level, the top two nonpartisan primary in California took away the private purpose of the primary election and made the first stage of the process serve the public. Right? So that's their thing. But the more important thing is that they argued that in court. And do you know they won that case? And that the judge agreed to say, oh, snap, no, this is a private organization. They don't have to do what the public says they have to do, which means that it's rigged. It's all for fun. Bernie Sanders was winning in 2016 and they did him dirty. The court proved it. And they said, well, ain't nothing we could do about it as a private organization. They did it again to him in 2020. He won 3 out of like the first 5 states, which means he should have gotten the nomination, but they rigged it against him. And then here we come in 2024. Biden gets elected. They nominate him. He resigns. He pulls out of the nomination and appoints someone. You have not. No one has for the Democratic Party in the last now 8 years, 3 different presidential election cycles. Not one of those nominees were voted for fairly by the public. Not at all. And everybody's fucking okay with this? Y'all bugging. Y'all bugging. Like, there's no way in the world that something like this should exist. There's no way in the world, like, we say, oh, we have a democracy. This is not even a democratic process. Barely. And y'all okay with this. You can't be okay with this. You can't be. It makes me stutter, man. I ain't really got nothing to say. It's like none of this process that we're talking about right now is something that's like, bruh, we good with this. How can we be good with this? When people say, oh man, you gotta vote. Your ancestors died for you to vote. My ancestors didn't die for me to vote. They died for me to be free. And I'm free. And I'm glad I'm free here because when I have these conversations with you guys, it'd be crazy for me. Because I'm looking at it like, hold on, wait. What we got going on here? How is this working, fam? 3 presidential cycles, not one was nominated fairly. Not one. Yeah, here we are. And I do want to say this, right? I am going to talk about this video, right? That I'm going to bring up probably in like 3 weeks. That's going to scare the shit out of everybody, right? That's why I need y'all to share these videos, because so if you haven't shared it yet, please share it, because these videos that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to go for something. It's going to go crazy. You know what I'm saying? So check it out. What's the definition, or what do you call a government that is kind of one with the corporation? I don't know. There's not that many people watching on. Anybody who's watching right now, on any platform. Let me see. What's the name again? Anybody who's watching. What do you call a government that is merged with corporations. It's not a lot of people watching tonight. I just want to know if anybody know the answer. Going once, going twice. Fascism. If you have corporations that are merged with government, meaning when the government say this, the government say it's fascism, bro. That's what fascism is. We see fascism, we think Nazi. No. Just like a Republican and a Democrat is a form of a Democratic party, Nazism was just a form of a fascist party. Italy was also fascist. Matter of fact, Spain with the war. Spain had the reason why, not the only reason, but one of the reasons why Spain didn't fight in World War II was because they just had a civil war in the 30s. World War II started I think officially like 1939 or something like that. Well, guess the fuck what? Spain had done the civil war, and the war was over fascism. What kind of government are you gonna have? And they settled on the king and queen that still run their country. Yeah, they got a prime minister and shit, but the king and queen, they say some shit. Shit gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So fascism. That was it. That's the name of it. So now, when I bring up this video in a couple of weeks, and I'm going to show you how both the Democratic and Republican Party are both like criminal, and they're leading you into a fascist state, and you don't even know it, because they choking you so slow, you don't even know you're not breathing no more. That's what's happening right now, and they did it. I just told you the Democrats had 3 nominations for president that were not elected fairly. 3, 2016, 2020, 2024. I just showed you the articles. That the Democratic Party is a private corporation, non-profit, albeit, but still a private corporation that can run by their own rules. They don't have to listen to you. And they did they called it a coup. I won't call it a coup, but how Kamala got on the ticket was not a democratic process. And you let it happen. So guess what's gonna happen in 2028 and in 2032? You think it's gonna be more democracy or less democracy? They've been taking the democracy little by little by little by little. They've been taking it little by little by little. And now they got somebody on the ticket and nobody voted for her. What do you think is going to happen in the next 4 years if nobody says anything about this? I'm just asking. I showed y'all the footage. I showed you the articles. You can research this yourself. They took away the democratic process on purpose. Now, when I do this video in a couple of weeks and I show you why everything is coming together, you're going to be like, it's going to scare the shit out of you. That's why you got to share this video. So if you haven't shared it yet, share it with your friends. Right? So, what we know about fascist societies, again, is like fascism equals Nazism. That's not true. Fascism just means a government that's combined with a corporation. You can't tell up from down, down from up. Corporation passes these bills specifically for corporations. That's what the government is there for. The government is there to give permission to corporations. I mean, what the fuck is the difference of what's happening now? We currently even live in a fascist state. As a matter of fact, there was a research done maybe like 10 years ago, but they showed that only like 20% of what the actual voters want, the Congress votes for. What we want, 20% of the time we get it. Do you know how much the rich people, do you know how many times the corporations get what they want? Yeah, about the other 80%. I don't know. I don't know what to say. What I'm supposed to say behind that? I don't know how to, so what happens under a fascist state is that if you looking out for the corporations more than you are the people, then the corporations can tell them, nah, you can't say this, you can't say that, you can't do this, you can't do that. And guess what happens? That's when it starts to get oppressive. That's when it starts to get tyrannical. Guess what the fuck has been happening over the past forever, frankly, since JFK got shot. But let's keep it real. Let's look at the last 4 years. What's happened in the last 4 years? Oh my God. Freedom of speech is going away. Can't talk about Israel. You can't talk about AIPAC. You can't talk about Jewish people. I tell everybody, you want to see something? Replace the N-word in a rap song with Jew. Watch how fast all them joints get off the shelf. Just putting that out there. COVID. Couldn't talk about it. Could not talk about COVID. I'm still shadow banned. I have lost 2,000 followers on my Instagram page because I put a joke about COVID and they won't release it. You understand what I'm saying to you? So what do you think is going to happen when you have less choice? You have less choice, you have less freedom. They don't want to just control your movement. They don't want to control your body. They also want to control your thought. They know about the mind, body, spirit more than you do, and they're taking a little by little, little by little, little by little, little by little. People started eating healthy, Bill Gates bought up all the farmland. People start going to the gym, they say, yo, you're going to shut down everything because of this disease, but we're going to close the gym and we're going to open up McDonald's. What the fuck are we talking about? That was never about your health. It was all about taking the little by little by little by little, making it harder for you. Listen, I play the stock market. My portfolio was up since 2020. Crazy. But do you know why? Because I put my money in, I got the rich people putting it there, I'm putting it there. So if you was in the stock market, you got rich. If you wasn't, you got more poor because inflation, oh, inflation's good now. No, nigga, inflation's up 20% over 4 years. It's just that it's not going up anymore. So they tell you it's good now. No, the damage is done. Gas is never going back to $1 something. Yo, I went to the supermarket the other day for fucking Oscar Mayer bacon was a fucking $12. It's never going back to $5 bacon. Now the fat man to me is like, God damn. But this is the things that I'm talking about. It's never going back down. It might not go up no more in the next 2-3 years, but it's not going back down to $5. We here now. And all inflation is an invisible theft of your money. And the only reason why inflation exists is because we have a Federal Reserve that prints out money and charges the taxpayer interest on it. But don't even ever get started on that. I can talk about that all day. And y'all want to blow up everything. Figuratively. We're not creating terrorists on here. I love freedom and I love peace. You put that on the internet. And I even have to say that because the algorithms, in all this fake AI shit, by the way, what's AI? It's not really AI. All that chat GBT and all that shit and Google is not AI. It's not artificial intelligence. It's just a really, really fast learning system. Something that can learn what it is that you're doing. So it's mimicking behavior. It's not artificial intelligence. Don't get it confused. And I've had people who work in that field tell me these things specifically. But I'm going to move on. So think about that. They're reducing your rights, who you can vote for. Let's not forget this during COVID, right? Let's not forget this. This was big during COVID, and I was going to make a video on it, but I never did. I still have everything saved to make that video. Do you know that they were going to make people who talked out against COVID, they were going to categorize them as terrorists? Did you know that? Did you know that? And do you know that there is no classification to define someone as a terrorist? That they can just say you're a terrorist and that's it. And if they claim that you're a terrorist, then you have no Fourth Amendment rights. So if they say, oh, you're talking about this election that we rigged, you're a terrorist because you're going against America's interests. And then they can lock you up and throw away the key in Guantanamo Bay, and you have no rights, no Fourth Amendment rights. You have no right to a speedy trial. You have no right to a lawyer. No, none of that shit. All that is gone, bro. If they call you a terrorist, and they can call you a terrorist for any reason. And we keep talking about all Trump said, yeah, they can do that. And who was lost in those ideas out? The Democrats, not the Republicans. I'm gonna get the Republicans next week. But for right now, just fuck the Republicans. I mean the Democrats, we'll fuck them too. So what do you think's gonna happen? What do you think's gonna happen? You're gonna have more rights taken away. First of all, somebody said you need to get uncured turkey bacon. Turkey bacon is actually worse than pork bacon as far as its nutritional value because turkey bacon is actually cooked. So it's like eating bologna bacon. And so you can eat turkey bacon raw, and it has so much sodium and preservatives in that bacon to make it not spoil you because again it is pre-cooked that you get so many chemicals in your body you might as well just eat regular ass pork bacon. Just putting that out there. But I digress. Turkey bacon is trash anyway. I have to say that I'm not saying any of this because I'm rooting for the Republicans. Like that's stupid behavior, man. Oh, if you don't like this, you must like Trump. No. They're just as bad, yo. But you know why I fuck with the Republicans though? They don't ever pretend they like niggas. They don't ever pretend to. Trump do. But Trump is the first Republican president that really reached out to black people and was like, I'm trying to get your vote. I'm gonna say something stupid along the way, but I'm gonna get your vote. For the most part though, they don't like niggas. And they ain't never claimed to. I ain't never see a Republican in the hood talking about, yo, man, I'm about to sign you up. Just get registered to vote, homie. Nah, I ain't never seen that. But you know what I have seen? I have seen Democrats do that. And Democrats don't like you neither. That's why they won't have a descendant of African, excuse me, I'm going to say that over because I might want to clip this. Democrats don't like you either. And that's why they won't have someone who's descendant of a slave run for a real, like, powerful position in the government. No president is going to be descendant of a slave because we're going to do something that's going to be beneficial for those who they want to marginalize. This is not by accident, folks. It's not accident that Obama did what he did in Haiti and all that other stuff. And of course, he got a couple of bills that people argue. He got a couple of good things, but did your life fundamentally change under him? I hate to admit it, but for 3 years under Trump, my life fundamentally changed. My portfolio looked better. I got more into politics because he was such a dickhead. I'm like, this can't keep happening, right? Things fundamentally changed under Biden. No, actually, things got worse. Now, to be fair, a lot of the reasons why things got worse is because of what Trump enacted that Biden kept going, which is why I keep telling you we need to have our own shift. We don't have if we're not putting if we're not coming up with our own solutions, we're gonna keep going to the same problems. I'm just here to highlight the problems so y'all can get woke. That's what woke really means. Wake the fuck up. So, the reason why I despise the Democrats, frankly speaking, is because the Democrats stab you in the back. They pretend that they're your friend. They aren't really your friend, but they pretend to be. They're that white guy from work who smiles and shakes your hand every day and goes out you to, go out with you to the bar. But when you run late to work that one day, he tells the boss, "Oh, he was running late." That's what the Democrats are. They sell you out slimy real quick. And why do you think all these people are coming in to the country? You think it's just for work? They've been trying to make them vote. They've been trying to get them to vote. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know. Yeah. Listen, I've been on several flights domestically over the past almost year, and on every flight, I've seen migrants on those flights. Every flight. Every flight. You hear me? Every flight, fam. This is something like 5 million people in this country. You know what they're trying to do, right? They know that the black people are getting woke. The black people are waking up to the bullshit the Democratic Party is doing. And instead of winning that vote, you know what they're saying? Let's get the migrants to vote. They're gonna love us. We're giving them free food. We're giving them free money. We're gonna get them jobs. They're gonna vote for us. Y'all see the game? You gotta see the game. It's there right in front of your face. Right in front of your face. Right in front of your face. And this is happening. And the migrant problem, I actually watched the video yesterday. I'm gonna do on that the other video. I'm gonna make it in a couple of weeks. But the migrant problem, bruh, is way deeper than just voting. But that is a part of it. Like I tell people this, right? I don't make any major decision in my life without having 7 solid reasons. And no reason could be so important that the other 6, if they didn't happen, or if the goal didn't happen, I'll be okay with it. No, they all have to be equally important. If I can't come up with 7, I can't do the thing. I'm talking about major decisions. I'm not talking about making left and right turns, right? I'm talking about major decisions. And you think that when they decided to let all them people in the country, it was just for one thing? No, it's probably 200 or 300 reasons why. And I'm not saying that lightly. That wasn't like hyperbole. I mean that literally. Because with the migrant crisis, I could probably find 10 to 20 reasons why that's happening right now. Everything from the economy to the voting, to trying to get you to pass laws that you didn't really want to pass, to try to convince a section of the Republican Party. It's crazy how deep that rabbit hole goes. So I do want to say this to kind of finish this up. Freedom doesn't require us to follow the Democratic Party. Revolution will. So we need to start creating our own everything. our own parties, right? So like I know that girl, I'll be watching her online or whatever. She she started like her own like political nonprofit. We all need to be doing that, and then we come together as a coalition. I bring my team, your team, your team. We get this shit done. I think that's actually something I'm going to do in the next 2 years. I'm not on a run for anything, but I want to have the vehicle so people can run, so that we could have a coalesce with other like-minded people. And you're like, yo, we need some shit to happen. We need to start voting for our assemblymen. We need to start voting for our local mayors, our like for small towns, city council, board of ed. Like we all that we need to have reflect what it is that we want, and we got to have a plan to do so that's laid out A through Z. Voting for the Democrat, vote blue no matter who, is the reason why we're in the mess that we are now. Because like I just told you, the last 3 Democratic nominations for president were all elected by a non-democratic process. Nobody voted for those people to be in. The court proved it. The court said that the Democratic Party was a private corporation. And because of that, they don't have to follow the rules. And they can change their rules at a whim without anybody even knowing. So if we're not coming together saying, yo, this is what we're trying to do together, we ain't never gonna get nowhere. It's gonna be bullshit forever. I promise you that. And I don't want this. Like the way the country going. Listen, one of these days I'm gonna take my camera and I'm not even gonna go. I'm just going around my neighborhood, bro. Now my neighborhood ain't never been the best neighborhood in the world. I'm just gonna go around and I'm gonna show y'all what it look like. And they ain't doing shit to fix it because there ain't no money involved. You dig what I'm saying? So we need to come up with our own socialists. And I say socialist because socialism isn't a bad thing. I don't think any government is inherently a bad thing. I think that all forms of government have major flaws that go against its people. I think socialism is okay if we're talking about meritocracy and we're talking about equal opportunity, and to make sure that people have education and healthcare, transportation, other public works, firefighter, policeman, garbage people, 2024. And we have those services to make sure that people can do what it is that they need to do to be the best citizen that they can be. Not the bullshit that's happening now. We live in a fascist state and we got to get up out of it. And it's not going to happen by us voting blue no matter who, because they're in large part of the reason. The Glass-Steagall. Like the Democrats always make the problem for the Republicans to make worse. Oh no, let me say that the wrong way. The Democrats create the problem and the Republicans capitalize off of it, and then the Americans suffer. I can go down the line. I can go down the line. I can go down the line. And it's been real bad since Reagan when it comes to the economy. So, with that being said, folks, I'm about to get up out of here. Next week, I'm gonna talk shit about the Republicans, and then I'm gonna show you the video about how everything is coming together. And every Tuesday to the election, we're gonna get this popping. I invite your friends, share this fucking video, because I want to argue with niggas. Like, I dare you to tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. I got evidence. I'm showing you articles backed by real shit, judges' names. I'm not up here just to talk shit. It's getting out of hand and we keep letting it happen, man. We too desensitized to bullshit because of movies and video games and shit. Nah, we gotta chill. We gotta get it popping, bro. And it's not gonna happen unless we do what we gotta do. So anyway, I love you guys. Thank you guys for having me. Thank you guys for watching the few of you that I did. I'm gonna keep getting crazy with this, and I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna do this every week until election day. Yeah, after that, I might transition to some other things, but ultimately, I'm trying to get it to where we could talk about openly about politics and stuff like that. I'm trying to get it so that we can also have conversation about other things, like in a very critical and not just critical, but in a really substantive way. Because I feel like without that, like what are we here for? You know what I'm saying? What are we here for? And I want to be here for something that we doing the right thing. So anyway, I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. I'll be back next Tuesday, and then eventually on Thursdays I'm gonna start hitting y'all with the spiritual talk. I I can't have that conversation until I do what I'm supposed to do in that realm. And we're gonna get it. And I promise you, we're gonna start making this shit dope. Every week, it's gonna be 3, at some point, 3 videos a week. Davinia and I are gonna be back tomorrow. So make sure you tune in for that. And we lit, y'all. We lit. Anyway, let me get off this video. This is real. Got some shit off my chest.